Are you still stuck spinning your wheels? Like, have you been doing every single thing that the program said would work to get you the result? Have you been trying everything? Have you been working really hard, putting in all of the effort that you can, and you're still stuck in the mud? Stuck in the mud. We got to talk about exactly why you haven't gotten farther than you'd expect to have gotten thus far. And it's because of a problematic self-identity. You don't have like a taking action problem. You have a self-image problem. Let's talk about it. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield. Sensei means teacher in Japanese. And it's my joy to each week put out these video messages, which I call love letters, to my community, my followers, anyone else who's out there looking for some encouragement as a heartfelt, spiritually minded, self-employed individual. It's hard getting out there and serving the community in your calling, right? You do what you love, but sometimes you don't love what you do. It can get exhausting and stressful. And that stress can really wear an open-hearted person down. And I want to just pour back into you, right? So that you can fill from a full cup. I believe in the power of meditation, Reiki, and mindset coaching to help you increase your energy so that you can increase your income and impact. It's so important that more good people like you make good money doing the good work in the world so that we see more good happening out there. If that speaks to you, stay tuned. And let's talk about this. Why you're still stuck spinning your wheels is a problematic self-image that is darkly empowering called the lone wolf. So I would say if you're still stuck spinning your wheels, if you're still trying to go for another degree and another certification and another coaching program and another challenge, 5-day, 21-day, 90-day challenge, if you're still going for another and another and another, or you're buying another audiobook or starting up another podcast or another website or another social media account, trying to get out there, reach more people, make more impact with love, if you're still spinning your wheels, it's because of this problematic self-image called, what I like to call, lone wolf syndrome. And lone wolf syndrome comes when you are a highly intelligent and self-motivated individual who's had a history of not playing well with others. Maybe this isn't you, so you could just forward this video to whoever this is about, okay? Right? But for who this is for, I'm going to talk to you. Maybe in the past, you remember the group projects in school and you were always the one doing all of the work where everyone else sat back. And that made you think, people can't be trusted. People aren't reliable. No one's coming. No one's coming. I have got to pull myself up by my bootstraps. If it is to be, it's up to me. Does this sound familiar? Yes? So be kind to yourself. That scrappy attitude absolutely is where our street smarts come from, right? Where we get our degree from the School of Hard Knocks. Certainly, the hustle is real and the hustle is important. You got to know how to make things happen, for sure. And the way God made us, the way the universe has arranged itself, is in a state of interdependence. Have you ever read the definition of that word, interdependence? Right? It's not dependent, which is like a parasitic relationship, and it's not independent, where it's a standalone lone wolf syndrome. Interdependence is what is the universal standard, and that is cooperation, mutual feeding, mutual healing. You're welcome to, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and comment below if you can find the dictionary definition of interdependence. But society rewards us for being strong, independent people, male, female, or whatever, right? We want to be that chick. We get rewarded for being the most interesting man in the world, right? We're told to be individualistic, especially in Western modern society. And so be kind to yourself, this lone wolf of, I'm gonna do it myself, I can figure it out, oh, I'll fix it, or I'm the only one who gets in my own way, so I gotta take myself out of my own way, I don't need anybody's help, can unfortunately morph into a toxic independence. And especially for highly intelligent individuals, we're too smart to receive help. Receiving help is weak. Asking for help, never in a million years. Show no vulnerability, right? And so this is the second in a 4-episode sprint. We're talking about chapter 3, right? Some of my reflections of chapter 3 of Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, Secrets to Freedom and Success, which is the sequel to his classic, Think and Grow Rich. And this book is all about self-sabotage, how we create our own blocks and resist our own next level with the angel and the devil on our shoulder. And so this is his book communicating with his own dark side to help us as readers move through our own self-sabotage, move through the way that we hold ourselves back. And in this instance, I want to read a quote from here where he also shares about the problem of the lone wolf and the solution, the way to set yourself free from lone wolf syndrome. And that's what he used, this antidote we're going to read in a sec, how to break out of the clutches of the Great Depression. He was part of that. He lost everything. We talked about that in the last episode. He lost everything, his house, his money, all his businesses, or any way to make money, and everyone around him did. But trying to figure it out as a lone wolf who knows everything and wrote the secrets to success, right? Or all of the books. He was a speaker on success and all achievement. That lone wolf was the one thing that was holding him back. Let's get to it. As I sat in front of the Lincoln Memorial, reviewing in retrospect the circumstances which had so many times previously lifted me to great heights of achievement, only to let me drop to equal depths of despair, a happy thought was handed over to me in the form of a definite plan of action by which I believed I could throw off that hypnotic feeling of indifference with which I had been bound. In the interview with the devil, the exact nature of the power by which I had been deprived of my initiative and courage has been described. It is the same power with which millions of others were bound during the Great Depression. It is the chief weapon with which the devil ensnares and controls all human beings. The sum and substance of this thought which came to me was this. Despite the fact that I had learned from Andrew Carnegie and more than 500 others of equal businesses and professional achievements that noteworthy achievements in all walks of life come through the application of the mastermind, the harmonious coordination of two or more minds working to a definite end. I had failed to make such an alliance for the purpose of carrying out my plan to take the philosophy of individual achievement to the world. Despite the fact I had understood the power of the mastermind, I had neglected to appropriate and use this power. I'm going to reread this sentence. Despite the fact that I had understood the power of the mastermind, I had neglected to appropriate and use this power. I had been laboring as a lone wolf instead of aligning myself with other and superior minds. Tying this back to the lone wolf syndrome. Being a highly intelligent, driven, self-referenced, and self-motivated, strong, independent person is good, and some things that the Holy Spirit has for you, some things that the market has for you, is so big that you're going to need more than two hands to be able to catch it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You ever went to deliver furniture or see someone delivering furniture and the box was big and it said 2-man lift, right? You need more than one person to deadlift up that couch and carry it appropriately, right? Without busting your back, right? Without busting the item that you're delivering, the sofa. Sometimes it takes more than just your own two hands. And I don't know why, but Spirit's telling me to come to you today. Kyo dakeva, just for today, as we say in Reiki, as we say in Japanese. Just for today. You're gonna need more than just your own two hands to lift, because whatever you're calling in is that big a deal, is that heavy, right? And so surrounding yourself with the mastermind. And I also am hearing my guides telling me to emphasize the part where he said, I understood the concept, but I failed to appropriate and use the concept. Listen, I love Tony Robbins. He's changed my life. And there is a phrase that I agree and disagree with that he says. Over and over, Tony always says, the learning never stops. The learning never stops. The learning never stops. The learning never stops. I'm a lifelong learner. The learning never stops. Okay, Tony, when does the learning end and the earning begin for me? Or do I have to keep renewing at the $10,000, $50,000, $150,000 level to keep transforming before I get a client, right? Or before I get the breakthrough that I'm looking for? Do I need to keep learning? Or when am I ever going to apply the knowledge that I've learned? So I agree with him 100%. I am a lifelong learner. The only thing that makes me any kind of an expert in other people's eyes is the fact that I am continually researching. I don't see myself as an expert. That's not my job. My job is my joy, and my joy is R&D, baby. Research and development, constantly, of course. And if I just keep, right, so it's all about me. Obviously, I'm not talking about anyone other than me. So if I just keep acquiring more knowledge, more modalities, more certifications, more degrees, right, more leads, more followers, more likes, more all of the above, if I just keep acquiring more information without application, I'm going to be pissed, because what I'm looking for is results, no? Yes or yes? Go ahead and type that in the comments below. Are you looking for results? But as the lone wolf and the internet, GPT and all of the AI assistants and everything, makes it appear so easily at your fingertips that you could just keep going down rabbit holes. But hear me. Lone wolf, hear me. I know you're excited by the rabbits and the rabbit holes. But going down a rabbit hole is a trap. Think about it in the nature. In the nature, I love myself. Think about it in nature. If you see a wolf that just keeps going and digging underground, is he gonna be okay? Right? Maybe he'll catch a rabbit or two, but if he keeps going down holes and doesn't come up for air, for water, for the rest of his pack or his mate, or if he doesn't come up, his world is going to get really small. And that's what happens to us as lone wolves. We go into the cave, we go into the rabbit hole, and we get lost in the details rather than coming out and sharing our gifts. And the antidote to this lone wolf syndrome is what Napoleon Hill shared right there, that he leveraged for himself. He stopped dishing out the medicine and took it himself of mastermind. The mastermind, where you gather people together who, instead of like in the traumatized past that we were talking about, of people aren't to be trusted, no one cares. All right, relax. What if there are people who do care? What if the universe is so big that it doesn't just have crazy, crappy people who are selfish and ineffective? What if the universe could be so big that it actually has amazing, heartfelt, talented, integrous, and invested people who would be excited and delighted to support your mission and purpose? Not you give all yours just to them, but they want to give to you. Could the universe, could God, could the Holy Spirit, could Brahma have opened up a paradigm where there is enough diversity that there's not just crazy women and dog men in the universe, but instead that there are magnificent goddesses and incredible kings? For you, not for them. I'm talking about for you. And again, maybe this isn't about you, but this is for whoever you sent this video to. Let's pull the card of the day, shall we? Five of air. Five of air. Air is the mind, right? Our thoughts, also communication. Five being change, disruption. Right side up, meaning you already know this. We're just going to reaffirm it and bring it forward. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. I'll read to you. This situation hasn't worked out the way you'd hoped, but you can try again. Your power lies not in how all the chips fall, but in how you handle yourself moving forward. You may now feel that the cost of this venture is too high. Carefully evaluate the way events have transpired in order to gain valuable lessons for your future. Someone in this situation isn't coming from a place of integrity. The desire to win is so strong that this individual will ignore others' needs. Review everyone's motives, including your own, and do what you can to foster a win-win resolution. Additional meanings of this card: unwise choices, a desire for revenge, thinking only of oneself, gloating. So tying this back to the lone wolf syndrome. The past is coming to haunt you, and it's morphed into this behavioral pattern of no one can help me, no one is trustworthy, I'm not even gonna ask, I'm not even gonna try, or oh, I'll fix it all, it's all up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. And to some extent, yes, that is good, but my spirit guides are saying you're at a point that you're at the 2-man lift, 2 or more. You cannot lift this one on your own. And so you've got to reevaluate, lean into the relationship, have the difficult conversation with others if you are working with others at the moment. But my dear lone wolf, this may be you. This may be your mindset where you can't even conceive of people being trustworthy or even wanting a win-win situation. You're expecting people to be takers instead of go-givers. With love, you are a go-giver and you are not special. I love you as I say that. You're not the only giving heart. You're not the only person who wants to be in a win-win situation on the planet. Don't underestimate people or overestimate yourself, right? There are brilliant minds who want to support you. There are open hearts, good people who are ready to lift up your mission and purpose because that lifts up theirs. I will. My spirit guides reminded me during one of my speaking engagements recently, it was at a women's group and they were arguing with me around raising their rates. And I'm sure Holy Spirit sent me there to say, raise your rates, woman. I'm getting beat up. No, I can't. Victoria, I can't raise my rates, no. And so one lady decided to have an idea and she's like, well, let me run this by you. How about a sliding scale? Where like I raised my rates by offering a scale of pay what you will from the low to high or something. Ladies, peace. Woosah. What my guides told me to respond with was, well, of course, but are you down with OPP? Are you down with OPP? And I was waiting for someone to say, yeah, you know me. No one said, yeah, you know me. My heart, ugh. So are you down with other people paying? There are so many organizations who would love to sponsor people working with you. You ever thought they can give you a great big pile of money and you can charge as little as you like for the people who need to access your services, but you have got to eat? Be down with OPP. You can do that. Other people paying. Go ahead and comment below if you're down with OPP. I want to hear it in the comments below. Let's do the strategic meditation of the day that's going to give you the courage, right, to release the lone wolf. Go ahead and log on to our member platform on School, the Be Visionary Movement on School platform, and it's Ancestral, just typing this in the top, Ancestral Holy Fire Infusion. Ancestral Holy Fire Infusion. Ancestral Holy Fire Infusion. It's 21 minutes. And so the reason why we're going to be doing this visualization from the vault is to infuse you with the strength from your lineage. You are descended from royalty. You are descended from greatness. You come from wise women. You come from magnificent men, right? You come from people who were able to make a way out of no way and who could cooperate with others. How do I know that? Because you're here. Listen, it takes 2 to make you, baby. It takes 2 to tango. So with love, we're going to bring down that brilliant energy of collaboration from your ancestral line into your heart and energy with today's visualization. Now, go ahead and do that if you're a member of our Be Visionary Movement on the School platform. And if you're not yet, I would invite you to go and download my Claim Your Inner Compass worksheet by texting 66866, the word compass. Text the word compass to 66866, and that's going to ask for your email. You'll put it in and you'll be able to access the Claim Your Inner Compass worksheet so that your right next step, if you're not a member yet of our platform, you won't be able to do the meditation, but if you do the worksheet, you'll be able to find out what's stopping you from trusting your gut and taking the right next step in your life and business for you. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for your love and support. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell on YouTube so that you get the notifications first every time a new one of these is released. And remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. Mwah! See you in the next one. Bye for now.